it wasn't for the British, Israel wouldn't exist. Before the British came to Palestine in 1917, who was there? Just Palestinians, Muslims, Christians, Jews, just all hanging out, eating hummus and couscous or whatever. And then the British rocked up, the original Barmy Army, and they just took over the place and they renamed it British Mandate Palestine, which sounds like something Elon Musk would name his kid. And the locals are furious. They were like, hey, Britain, you can't just keep taking over countries, all right? This is 1917. You could get cancelled. And the British were like, don't worry about it. We've got a plan. And they're like, what's your plan? They put out a letter. It was a letter called the Balfour Declaration, which the British government sent to an investment banker named Lord Rothschild. And they said, in this letter, we commit to creating a homeland for the Jewish people. The Palestinians are like, oh, sick. Where are you going to do that? And they're like, here, actually. Palestinians are like, we're already here. And the British are like, yes, well, we have dibsed it now. Dibs, like the first day of school when you run in and you throw your bag on a seat and you're like, that's my desk now. And the Palestinians are like, you can't just give away something that you just stole. That's like giving away a car that you just stole, Britain. And the British were like, interesting analogy, but no, we are not giving away the whole car. We're not doing Australia again. We are merely going to give away most of your car, but you will still have your wheel, but it'll be around your neck. And over time, it'll get tighter and tighter, suffocating and killing most of you. But don't worry about that minor detail. It's a minor detail. Trust me, we're the British, baby. This is what we do everywhere we go. The natives are like, oh my God, Britain, do it again. That was so much fun. Do it again. Do it again. In fact, right now, we're in a place called India, and we're about to cut that country up, create a new country called Pakistan. And believe me, both India and Pakistan are both just going to get along like BFFs forever. Trust me. It's going to be like one of our greatest legacies. You don't believe me? All right, well, speak to the Indians yourself. You speak to the Indians. The Indians are like, don't trust these talcum powder faces, okay? Don't. We were just standing there on the shores of India, and suddenly this boat rocks up, and we were like, oh, hello, white boat people. Can we interest you in a table for one? Oh, they just walked right in. Look at that, Raj. Wow, the confidence of a white prince. Make yourselves at home. They've taken my home. Okay, shit. What are they doing to the place? Okay. 200 years later, they're like, it's getting a bit late, and we are a bit hungry, but you have sent all of our food to England, including spices for some reason. You don't like flavor, but you have sent spices to England. Did you mean to send the mayonnaise instead? But bit of confusion. We are hungry. Do you need a lift home? We are a nation of taxi drivers. We can drop you home. Uber X as well, we can. Or if you want Uber Black, you will need to go to the classier brown country you have colonized, Sri Lanka, actually. Much better looking people. They are the surgeons in the hospital, not the bloody GP. The bloody GP. Surgeons. Any Indians here tonight? Shut up, Indians. No one cares. There is 1 billion of you. We are rare Pokemons. You are. Okay, we'll save the brown on brown racism for next show. Anyway, the British were like, don't worry, we're going to leave. And they left, they cut up the country before they left, and they created Pakistan, killed like 500,000 people instantly, displaced 1.5 million people, drained India of $1 trillion, which now makes it impossible for India to ever come out of poverty. And they left, took the best shit, unashamedly, took the Kohinoor diamond, which is valued at like 250 million pounds. They took it, the Queen used to wear it on her crown, doing the Christmas message. Everyone be nice to each other, look after each other, Merry Christmas, be kind to each other. Indians would just look at her like, give us back that fucking rock, bitch, give it back. Stole it from a child. They're supposed to be the head of the church, stole it from a 14-year-old kid on their way out, I'm familiar with the royal family's history of Christianity. It doesn't say thou shalt not steal, except if it's like this real sick diamond, Stole it from a 14-year-old child. The only thing you're supposed to steal from a child, according to their Christianity, is his virginity, No, I'm talking about the history, their history, not the religion, like the royal family's, not the, let's get back to Palestine. Let's talk about, Palestine seems safer. All right. Bloody hell. All right, fast forward. 1947, the British announced they're leaving India, and they leave. A couple months later, they announce they're going to leave Palestine because they're downsizing or something. And a couple months later, they leave, and then they hand it over to a group of Israeli militias and the UN, who then eventually cut up Palestine, create Israel at the expense of 750,000 Palestinians being violently expelled from their land, ethnically cleansed. 530 villages were razed to the ground. It's called the Nakba for Palestinians, which means the catastrophe. And now Israel occupies 78% of original Palestine, the only country in the world with no actual boundaries, because it just keeps expanding. All because of the British. You know, they gave away something that they stole. The freaking cash converters of countries, aren't they? Acted like they didn't know it was stolen. Oh, yeah, no, it was like that when it came in, actually. Yeah, I don't know. That's what the bloke, he brought it in like. He wanted $5, you know?